I've been really sitting here thinking about it the whole entire time. Like, in my mind, see, I've been busting my ass for over 2 years working at this job. And this manager who just walks in and then destroys me. Like, see, when I first signed up for this job, I thought, really, I expected it. I expected it was gonna happen anyway. And so I signed up for this job that I wanted to work at. And I'm a dishwasher, right? And so when I first worked up there was this manager by the name of Chelsea. And when I signed up, I got hired. And this is my second job, by the way. First one was a grocery clerk, whatever. And I hate working at a grocery store. That was my thing. I hated it because certain managers were strict on me, and I got in trouble constantly with that job, and I just couldn't deal with it no more. So I quit. And the next month later, I get a new job. And it was working at Publix, but fuck Publix, I really don't care. But anyway, I was working at now I'm working at this new one. Like I said, when I first signed up, I got an application, signed up, and the next few days later to a week, I get hired. And when I get hired, I was cited, and this wonderful lady, she gives me the hours that I wanted, you know. And see, and that's the thing, when you sign up for a job, at certain times, they will ask you, or pretty any job will ask you, how many hours can you work? Because you know, Social Security and all that bullshit. I said I can work up to 25 hours. At that point, I can work up to 25 hours. And so ever since, I've been getting my hours constantly. You know, I was busting my ass at so many times. 21 hours, 22 hours, 20 hours, 19 hours. I was making some good, valuable money. But then now, I come across a manager, you know, after Miss Chelsea leaves, do we get two new managers. One manager was first in the back, and then he transferred to go in the front, and now he's coming back in the back to do schedules. But then you got one manager who just manages the schedule after one manager creates it. Before he releases it, you gotta have another manager to look over it. And so after he comes in, brand new as fuck, my hours are still the same. 4 days of working. If I say 4 hours, now what I mean is 4 days. So understand where I'm coming from. If I say 2 hours, I mean 2 days. So, but I was getting 4 days of work constantly. And then I started having problems with my back. You know, and this is not the first time I had problems with my back. Is because I got in a car accident back in 2007. My hip popped out of place and I broke my femur. But it has to do with the back part is my hip. Because after I was in the hospital and after so many years later, I went back to the doctor and he told me I got an 80-year-old hip. So it's a hip disease. But I'm 23. With an 80-year-old hip doesn't make no fucking sense. You feel me? It doesn't even add up. And so pretty much like I get this bullshit poor excuse where my hours gets cut because of that problem, even though it was helping me just to help me with my pain that I was going through. So and then he cuts me down to 2 freaking hours. That means 2 days, what I'm saying. He drops me down to 2 days. It intends me to get all these days off. And when I want the hours, I have to plead and beg to get what I want. And I think that's what certain managers want people to beg. You know, as they feel guilty, as they feel so sorry about themselves, how they signed up for a job and all suddenly they don't want to work, and all sudden now they need hours, and so they plague and beg for it to get what they want. So I mean, if you look at certain managers, they won't look like that. It's just the way they do things. So me and my mom begged for it. I begged to get my hours back. I have pleaded, I have asked for it constantly, and then I finally get my hours back. And then all of a sudden, and this is right after my hip starting to feel better. I mean, this is right after my back starts to feel better. You know what I'm saying? I finally get my hours back after my back starts to feel much better. And I worked my hours. I don't complain or anything. But then one of the days that my mom needed me off, I had to get myself released. You know, I had to release it. But he told me this before he gave me my shift. He told me this right after he gave me all my schedule. Once I released my shift, he finally told me saying, if you give it up or release it, if you give it your shift to somebody or release it, that's same bullshit, you know, same bullshit scheme. You give it to somebody or release it. If you release it, that person's gonna work your shift. So pretty much you give it to somebody else who needs the hours. So you give it up or release it, then you're gonna be cut back down to 2 fucking days. Now, these two assholes don't even fucking know what the hell's going on, because I've been there for past over 2 years. I've been working my shifts, but they feel like they realize that, oh, everybody in that bitch is the same. They're identical. mean, they're same from one another. Not everybody's all the same how the work patterns are. And these managers are discriminating me and tell me how I am slow on, you know, when it comes to like doing like fucking salad bar. First of all, I don't give two shits about fucking salad bar. You know, I don't give a fuck if some people tells me, well, the main reason why you don't like fucking salad bar is because you're not a fucking vegan. I don't give a flying fuck if I was a vegan or not. I just don't give two shits about fucking salad bar. If you're trying to do dish and salad bar at the same fucking time. Well, that's what it's called, multitasking. That's what happens in jobs when you sign up. You're supposed to realize this from the fucking get-go. I'm gonna fucking realize something if they want you to physically work two things at the same fucking time. So here's the thing. Imagine this. You just got done doing salad bar. Everything's clear, everything's perfectly fine, right? And then we get hit on that, and then you get hit with a lot of people coming in. So pretty much it gets real busy, right? So it gets busy. Then turn around. Once you get busy, then now you gotta worry about two things. Dish and salad bar and whatever goes on during the inside of the kitchen. You know, people wants this or you gotta prep that, you know what I'm saying? And so this is what I go through when I wash dishes, right? So I'm in there, I get done doing fucking God knows what, you know, either dish or salad bar or whatever. But every time I walk in, I just don't even get started with dish because there's always two people who goes out there with salad bar. So I'm not involved in it. So during that time, I'm doing either dish or there's times I come out, I do salad bar. But when I first do dish, right, and there's nobody at fucking salad bar, they get the dishwasher to do all the other shit that somebody else is supposed to do when he signed up for a fucking job. Not just one person to do everything around that bitch. That's what gets you the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm sitting there like working, you know, I'm seriously working and busting my ass. And after I get done doing salad bar, I go back in the back and start washing dishes. But then turn around as the place is getting busy, right? As the place is getting busy, then turn around, you got fucking all these other niggas who comes in and starts tearing shit out of the salad bar. And then so you gotta go back out there and fuck with the salad bar. And that's how just life works, you know, when one thing goes, the other thing comes after. You have to just go back and forth constantly. So I'm out there working, you know, fucking with the salad bar, and then we got dishes up the ass, and then right behind that, you got somebody come right behind it and telling you, hey Mike, you need to go in the back and do some fucking dishes. What a fucking attitude they give me. You know what I'm saying? And how that makes fucking sense where you're out there. They don't fucking realize this. Either that they're fucking high as a kite or they just too stupid up here to fucking realize and see things, what the hell's going on. You got one person who's doing salad bar. Nobody else ain't helping you, right? Nobody else helping you. But you got like maybe two people maybe helping you. But then you got other people coming in, so they gotta work on their shit where you're out there being screwed, right? And then a few moments later, you try to work salad bar, and then dishes are stacked up, and then you get a fucking manager who tries to be nice and says, hey Mike, I need you to go back and do some freaking dishes real quick. Knock that down as I'm out here helping you. So I'm gonna be out here helping you real quick until you get some of that stuff knocked down. I get some of the stuff back out knocked down, and all of a sudden, hey Mike, stop what the fuck you're doing and go help me with salad bar. Oh, okay. So I'm trying to help him with salad bar and shit, and we got other fucking employees that don't even know God knows what the fuck is going on. After somebody tells me what to do something, they don't know what the hell's going on. So I get another employee coming up behind me and tell me, hey Mike, we need you to go do fucking dish real quick. Like, a employee supposed to be doing their fucking job, not telling another employee what to do. If a manager tells you what to do, if a manager comes up and tells you what to do, and then turn around, employees trying to tell you what to do, who the fuck you gonna listen to the most? The manager or the employee? You're gonna listen to the fucking manager, because the manager is the one who hired you and who can fire you, right? So sometimes managers could be also being stupid too as well. So I'm working with, I'm just gonna give it out. I'm working with Mr. Willard, right? And so now at this point, and this is where my bags start to get fucked up. You know, going back and forth, lifting up dishes, put him over there in different places, and then going back and forth. No break. I don't get no fucking breaks whatsoever. That means no damn breaks. I'm working non-stop with no fucking break. At certain jobs you work at, you're supposed to get a break somewhere between that. If you come in the morning, you gotta get breaks somewhere between the afternoon. So I'm going back and forth, now I fucking stop, right? And then all suddenly, now after work for 2 fucking years, doesn't see no results. The manager doesn't see shit for what I'm doing. and drops me down to 2 fucking days to work. And I've been there for 2 years, and the motherfucker's been there for like 1 year. Even though he worked at all these other fucking restaurants, but still, he doesn't have the fucking point to manage somebody else's schedule and bring them down to fucking 2 days. Well, when life gives you living and makes lemonade, right? No, that's fucking true, but still, the concept is I signed up for a fucking job to make the hours that I need to help me with fucking bills. Well, that's why you're supposed to get 2 jobs or 3 jobs. Yeah, I can understand people who works with 3 jobs or fucking 2 jobs or fucking 4 jobs. You have 4 fucking jobs on your hands, then you're gonna have some time, you're gonna have some probably, you gotta manage your days off. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna have 4 jobs, God bless you. I mean, I give props to any nigga out there who has 4 jobs, or hell, has 5 jobs at most points. There's people who out there who's a workaholic, who loves work constantly. You know what I mean? But like, see, I at this point, I don't even know what to do. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I want to quit, but then I want to still work. But I got one manager who pretends like he listens to you and then gives you a fucking poor excuse about, oh, well, the manager's right, we can't give you this many hours as blah, 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 and shit. But here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing. If you're not gonna give me that many hours, but you're gonna get most of the hours to somebody who's been there for fucking 2 weeks and then fucking quits, how's that fucking look okay? How's that look to me? I'm sitting here looking like, what the fuck? A guy who's been here for 2 years and a guy who's been here for 2 weeks. So after my hours gets cut, and then there's a new guy comes in. His name is Nikel. And so what happens, Nikel gets most of the fucking hours as possible. And let's not forget, he's a car mechanic. From becoming a dishwasher to a car mechanic. A car mechanic that repairs things. What the fuck do you get out of that? A car mechanic, a dishwasher, a fucking car mechanic. A car mechanic gets a lot more money. A dishwasher just gets, hell, probably a good decent minimum wage, like 10 bucks an hour, 11 bucks an hour, depending how the restaurant is. And depending who you talk to. And depending how which manager you really know for like in real life. You know, depending how good you know him. But so he's a car mechanic, and then turns around, he works at a different job. And this is how bullshit goes. Becoming a car mechanic, you get a lot of money, but instead he doesn't quit car mechanic. He doesn't quit from his first job. No. He just wants to work 2 jobs. But the funniest thing about it is, so the new guy comes in, Nikel comes in, right? He's new, and they give him all the fucking hours. They give him all the hours. So he did the same bullshit I did. Signed up an application and asks you how many hours you want. And I said I want to work up to 25 hours. Cause that's how far I can go. But at least mostly to 23 to 22 hours. Because, you know, Social Security and all that bullshit goes into play. So he gives them fucking hours to that fucking new guy, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting here looking like, what the fuck did I do wrong to deserve this shit? And then after 2 weeks later, the nigga fucking quits. Cause he turns around and says, I can't do this. If you can't fucking do this, then why the fuck you signed up for this job in the first place? If you can only do 1 job, but instead you want to sign up for 2 jobs and then say, I can't fucking do 2 jobs, then why the fuck you thought that was a good idea in the first place? And what the fuck made the manager want to give it to somebody else? Give all the fucking hours that he wants. It's fucking, it's bullshit. It's bullshit for what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking bullshit. I'm seriously busting my ass over there. I ain't do nothing wrong. But I come across that crap. It makes me look bad. You know what I'm saying? It makes me look so bad that I'm working as hard as I can to get what I need to help me with life, and all of a sudden I get screwed with freaking managers who can't really help me at all. It goes one after the other with them. They pretend that they want to hear things, and all of a sudden it just goes one after the other. Just one after the other. Don't even want to give a damn. You know what I'm saying? And so the funny thing about it is, I begged to have more hours. He gives it to me, but then he drops me back down to 2. What did I do wrong? I asked him, please give me some more hours. Please let me have these hours. I need some hours to help myself. I help my mom to pay bills or whatever. And then the fucking nigga comes up and says, we're gonna give you the hours, but if you release it or give it to somebody, we're gonna bring your hours back down. A manager can do whatever they fucking want, but you can't be discriminating to somebody, because here's the bullshit part, what I done. So Cody, this dude by the name of Cody, he gives me he releases his shift, right? So he gives me, like, I told him I will work his hours, because he has to go to a wedding or whatever. So I picked up the shift, and guess what the fuck happened? The manager declines it. So what would happen, and this is because Cody had double, so he had a double shift. So imagine this. If I didn't pick it up instead, if somebody would have picked it up, would he got declined or got accepted? Would he accept it or declined it? Probably he would have got fucking accepted. Cause fucking bullshit how I'm getting declined. You can only work 2 days. Why? Cause the business is slow. The business is not fucking slow at most points. Cause here's the funny thing about it. Here's the funny thing. Well, but before. So he declines the first one and then turns on, he declines the second one. And so now, here's where the bullshit goes to. 11 o'clock in the morning, that's when I go punch in to work. I work them hours, right? Turns around 11 something, or close to 1:30 or so, he goes and tells me, okay, Michael, let's get you out of here. Okay, at 1:30, he tells me, let's go, let's get you out of here. Okay, let's go. Make sure everything around there is done. I looked at my phone by the time I got done punching out. I only worked for 3 fucking hours. The funny thing about it is, after I left, that whole place got fucking busy. And this doesn't happen just one time. This happens like plenty of times. When I'm there and when I leave, business starts coming and dishes start piling. So you telling me this manager knows what the fuck he's doing? Manager can do whatever they want, but the manager needs to understand how the restaurant actually supposed to work. If he's been working all these other restaurants, right, and knows what the fuck he's doing over there, then he comes over here and releases me in an early stage, and we get fucking busy. Does he know what the fuck he's doing? Really? Does he really know what the fuck he's doing at that point? I don't. Really, I don't. I don't understand it. I don't understand how he can do that to me, cut my hours, releases me, and then gets real busy where the dishes are stacked up. He fucked himself over. And so he's got now a salad bar dude who's going and doing dish at the same time, washing all them piles of dishes, and then turn around as he's washing them dishes because they're too damn piled up. And then salad bar is getting fucked. So salad bar out there is getting his dick up his ass and getting screwed like it's nothing. And then all of a sudden he has to stop what he's doing and make sure there's some dishes that are washed. So the cooks and the grill dudes and the pantry dudes can grab some of their plates and serve it to the customers. You know, put food on it and all that bullshit. So he has to wash some of them to give it to the grill cooks and the other cooks or whatever. To give it to the cooks. And then, so after he gets a little place done, then now he has to tend to the fucking salad bar. Now, do you understand where I'm coming from this? He has to go do salad bar now. So imagine, here's the dishes. They're not that pile. Here's the pile. You get what I'm saying? Now just pretend this is a pile. Here's the limit, right? So I walked in, dishes are piled up like this. Here's the line. The fucking line is like right here, right? So there's the fucking line. And so he's washing dishes. He goes out to do salad bar. Then he has to turn around and go do prep real quick. And then all suddenly, he has to stop real quick, go back and do fucking dishes real quick, and then goes back and do the same old bullshit. So how does one person can get most of the hours and do exactly the same shit I went through and get screwed with that crap? And there's nobody else helping him. Nobody else. Nobody else ain't helping him. How's that make sense? A manager tells you you're by yourself. You have to do dish, you have to do salad bar. And we get fucking busy, prepare for a fucking war. You're gonna have to go out there and do salad bar throughout probably the whole entire day until it starts going, kind of slowing down. And midway, you start washing dishes as it's still busy. You wash some dishes real quick, you go back and tend to the salad bar. You can't do both by yourself. You gotta have somebody else. At least have 2 people, one for salad bar and one for dish. But don't make them leave during that fucking business hour or rush hour. Don't do that. If you're a fucking manager and you see it gets real fucking busy out of nowhere, do not let that person leave. Make him stay for a little bit until everything is calmed down. Don't be sitting there thinking like you're smart enough to let that person go and thinking that, oh yeah, don't worry, we got one guy, he's gonna do everything on his own. He knows what the fuck he's doing. I rely on him. And all of a sudden, like, the dishes are still packed up, the salad bar's still fucked, and he's trying to do both. So pretty much the progress of that is not going nowhere. It's barely going anywhere. Little by little, it's barely doing this. So at this point, so washing dishes and doing salad bar, barely going anywhere. It's barely moving. It's barely fucking moving. So does this make any sense where I'm coming from? Does this make any sense of what I'm saying? How fucking stupid it is to be working for over 2 years and then your hours get cut, and then all of a sudden somebody else takes your hours and they fucking quit, and you're begging for your hours to get what you want to help yourself, to help to pay bills, but all of a sudden you get declined most of the time when you're trying to accept somebody else's schedule, or no, the shift, and you get declined. What the fuck are you doing wrong? What type of manager you're dealing with? Is this manager discriminating you, or these managers don't give a shit about you? Please tell me, what am I doing wrong? What I'm not seeing? Like, I would love to hear y'all's freaking opinions. I would love to hear this from you, because I'm making a decision, either fucking quit that job and get a new one, or quit and work on YouTube the most. Because that's what I'm trying to aim at. I want to work with YouTube more than I want to work with fucking a regular job. But a regular job is like, this is how you learn life. This is what hard life is. You work hard to get what you want out of life. Common sense, no shit, but still, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's all I need to say. So, if you did enjoy, if you did listen to me bitching the whole entire time, please hit that like button. But if you didn't, hit that dislike button. And also, I'm gonna be continue with this. You know, I'm back on track with my YouTube thing. You know, I guess because after I talk about it so long, talk about a lot of shit, I'm finally back up to that mode of where I upload and record a lot more and do a lot more gaming and all that such. So, but anyway, just please share this with anybody else who's going through a hard time that can understand from where I'm coming from. Let them know, please. So, anyway, thank you, Pizza Pippin, so much for joining me on this random crap I'm talking about. So, but anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll definitely be back to do another Darkmike random speech. Until next time, stay tuned for another Darkmike random speech. I am Darkmike. This has been Darkmike Gaming. Thank you, Pizza Pippin, once again for joining me. You better come back now here. Keep your pimp hands strong and stay pimpin'. Thank you, goodbye, good night, and mosh.